Hi Capricorn, this is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your February 2018 Soul Tarot reading. At long last, I'm so sorry for the delay. What a crazy winter. I hope wherever you are, whatever season you're in, that you are having fewer challenges than we are having in the northeast of the United States. It's been a little nutty here. For those of you that don't know, crazy storms, the internet went down. I finally resolved that after 3 or 4 days, and then I got the flu. So here I am. I'm much better. I was never in danger. I'm totally fine. And I am just behind in a way that's fairly stress-inducing for me. So Cappy, we have a beautiful reading queued up for you today. I am starting the year with this new tradition, showing you, bringing the illustration forward. Spirit says, like a disembodied voice, the way it's meant to be. All right, so I always say, I'm just the chirp. I'm a clairvoyant person. Things channel through to me about all kinds of stuff all the time. That is what brought me to YouTube. So if you are new, welcome. It is wonderful to have you here. For all the returning viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited to follow up with this message from February after everything that happened in 2017. And the message that came out in January, clearly this is a continuation. The process that started in January, after we came through the solstice, and all the work you did in 2017, all the evolution. Spirit talked a lot about creating a tapestry of energy, being able to become aware and move deeper into the notion of the yin and yang. This image was the final card on the spirit line of your reading last month. And now it is here coming right over the top. It's incredibly exciting to me. I'm going to toggle over and say hello. I wanted you to just gaze into that image, to open the channel of energy for you before we start the reading, just to give you a chance to gaze into that and understand whatever it is that comes to you from that image. All right, it's time. Spirit says it's time to start the direct transmission. All right, and so we'll learn more about that as the year goes forward. There's a lot of prophecy, again, in this reading, as there was last month. So if you're new and you haven't been here, hi everybody, and you haven't been here before this, these messages are about your soul progress, about your destiny, both in the human realm and in the spirit realm, and about what is playing out here in this realm of existence. If you haven't seen the videos from 2017, Spirit again continues to urge you, go and look. This message builds upon that which has come before. So what that means is, please be aware, please understand your journey. I've been recommending to people, Spirit wants me to tell everyone to go back and watch all the videos. I know you're not going to do that. It just would take too long. But go and check out at least the last couple months. Scroll to the end of the video. You know, the last 10 minutes or so, hit the play button and just get the basic outcome message as I wrap up the reading. That should help if you're new to the channel. So, exciting things happening here. I got a couple of announcements. My website is almost ready. I'm really excited. You're going to be able to go to the website. It is moonrisecottagesoultarot.com. It probably will publish around the 10th of this month. You're going to be able to go there, look at all the things that are available. I have some new offerings. Click on it, find some more detailed information, click the book it now, something, I don't remember exactly, it says something like that. Click that button, it'll take you to PayPal. You'll be able to make your reservation right then and there. It'll take you to the calendar. I have the option now, I'm going to load my calendar, and as people book, it will just populate. So you can see all the slots that are open. You can choose your own slot now. You don't have to email with me anymore. I was getting really overwhelmed with the volume of email and the amount of work it was taking in the background. So that was one of my primary objectives for this website. So we've been able to achieve it. You will get a confirmation email when you book. And the day before your reading, you're going to get a reminder. I'm so excited about that. As you can tell, I'm just really excited. So, as a reminder, if you don't know, for now, all the information through the end of February is still under the Show More tab. Just scroll below the video. In the description box, you'll see some information that YouTube puts there. And underneath that, there's a phrase. Click on it. All the information's in there. The time zone calculator, the PayPal link, the different types of readings, etc. I think I said this last month, but just in case I didn't, I'm going to begin to offer love readings now. And Spirit has been talking to me about that. Last year I was not allowed. It was a little hard for me, but I was required to focus only on one primary directive, Spirit says. Now we're ready. Now we're in a place of greater balance. We're ready to talk about your relationships with other people. I don't care if it's a love relationship, relationship with a parent, relationship with a child, relationship with somebody on the other side. Any relationship that you have, if you want to look at some of the soul aspects of that, let me know. I'm happy to do it. Spirit's talking to me about your dog and your cat. I would have never said that, but we have woven this tapestry of energy, and the way we communicate now has taken a shift. So that's out there, I guess, a little bit. But you know what? I think the message is, whatever your desire is, let me know. I'm happy to try to fulfill that. So if you want to be in touch with people on the other side, I'm available for that. A lot of people came through last year as the personal readings were going forward. We had visitors. I didn't anticipate it. I think my process is deepening, and my energy highway, if you will. I'd be thrilled. I talk to some of my relatives that are on the other side a lot. Some of them just want to come and hang out and visit. Distance healing is something that is going forward, and it's something that's been developing inside of me for a long time. I've gotten a lot of email from people who've told me they literally feel the energy coming through the reading. That is the same energetic, Spirit saying the highway, the energetic highway that is used for distance healing. It is about my help creating a channel for the energy of healing to come through to you. We'll do a reading to prepare, and we'll have some quiet time together in order to stream that energy for your own. Spirit again is saying shift and transition, but it's about healing, to move you forward into your destiny and to help you with the challenges you might be having. All that information will be on the website. Let's see, I think that's it. I'm going to toggle into the reading. Spirit's pushing me in the background like this. I keep getting pushed. So here we go. Capricorn, I'm excited about this. That is the beautiful elopement of skill. Spirit's been talking a lot about the rise of the yin-yang energy. And this month, the message has to do with the rise of energy, the rise of your awareness. We talked about that last month. It is deepening. So that's the message in all the readings this month, is that this process is deepening. It is continuing. You are building a new foundation. Your ability to be aware of yourself as a spirit entity walking in the human realm with a particular purpose that is unique to each of us. So as part of our astrological set point, we bring forward a certain type of energy. Your process has been amazing, Capricorn. My gosh, you have Pluto in your first house, shredding your form. Spirit says reincarnating, but recreating. Okay, I'm going to transition back over. All that you are. That's the message. Recreating all that you are in order to bring your true self forward and to bolster the energy and the strength and the power of the earth element, because this is a time of destiny here on this planet. Spirit wants me to toggle back. It is about this type of destiny. It is about arising, emerging, freedom into the spirit awareness of yourself with the movement of the yin and yang energy. So Spirit's been talking about that a lot, as you know. wanting me to say some words about, again, if you can go to the internet and find, Spirit's calling it a gift, find the image of the yin-yang. You can see that movement in some of the videos that are online, and just use it as a form of meditation, right? Just gaze into that. It's all the same, in a sense, energy set point. It is the totality of energy that manifests in a human form. It moves in a constant cycle into the various prisms of that energy totality, if you will. This month, having this card over the top is profound. The last card on the outcome last month was the Star card, the dreamer of growth. And this is the type of growth you're dreaming into, Spirit says. Being able to elope with your awareness. So that's the message today, the continuation of your evolution into your awareness as a foundation, as a set point to go forward into the journey of 2018. As we move toward the age of Aquarius, when a great shift and change will happen, it's being ushered in by Pluto in the first house of Capricorn, affecting everything that happens here on the earth. And if you look at the news, I say this a lot, but my goodness gracious. Wow, everything that's going on all over the world. Some of it very sad, some of it just mind-blowing, some of it ridiculous. And yet each part of that is just creating massive upheaval so that that form can fall away and what is meant to be new can arise in a way that is more balanced and more in touch with the spirit aspect of our journey and our destiny here. So as always, Capricorn, you're leading the way because you are the cardinal earth sign. And I love that. I love the progress that you've made. And when we take a look at you and in this, under the light of this theme, this continuation of this message that Spirit wants to speak with you about, it is deeper into the place out of which you come. So we see the notation of yin and yang, sacred male and sacred female energy. One of the themes that's been coming out this month is about the activation of the sacred male, the balancing of that energy, coming to a place of wholeness in the active principle that the sacred male energy embodies and is meant to utilize here on the earth, being balanced and being able to access the portal. And if you look into that picture, that's what's happening. This gentleman is embracing the sacred feminine. He has become enlightened and balanced. And because of that, he is able to embrace the sacred notion of the spirit realm and the way in which he travels into and out of that place because of the sacred feminine that represents the portal through which all beings incarnate onto this earth. We looked last month, a little bit of reminder about the sacred passage tombs. There's more messaging there, here this month. This is the card that reflects your set point. So as your spirit walk deepens, you are continuing to have renewal and healing, going very deep. This is a representation of your spirit movement and your continued emergence. And you are going again through the sacred cauldron, the sacred portal of healing. That is the sacred renewer of devotion. You are becoming more acutely aware of your spirit being. That's the message for every single sign. And it's beautiful the way the cards have come out individually, speaking to the different astrological set points. Spirit's talking about the astrology wheel as a mandala and asking us to look into that to gain some more information. So before I go forward, I just want to apologize. The pictures, for some reason, are a little fuzzy. I reloaded them twice, and finally I had to just give in to the moment because I really wanted, today is Saturday the 3rd, and I just wanted to get this out for you because you're always waiting the longest. So I'm going to show you the cards, all right? I just wanted to acknowledge that it's a little fuzzy. Here's the card. Together as they stand. Look at that. Oops, you know what? It's always backwards. There we go. Okay, so this card comes out. It sets the tone, the light, the theme, and right away, that's you, under the guidance of the spirit realm, going deep into the portal, coming through for healing into the sacred cauldron, out of which all knowledge and growth and shift and change arise. The renewal of your devotion to the journey that you are having, to the purpose that you embody. Spirit's talking a lot this month about the decision that each of us made to be here in this moment, to reset ourselves. Spirit's saying reincarnate. And I believe the message is about the sacred decision that we made, depending on what you believe, right? On some level, our soul being intended to come and take part in the shift and change in the prophecy that is meant to come. And it's come out of so many different schools of thought, so many different religious set points. As we have grown and shifted and changed on the earth, so much has evolved. And now we find ourselves in this moment. The moment is here. We have arrived. 2018, we are going forward in a very profound way. And again, in a certain sense, because of the way the astrology is affecting us, you are leading the way. It is your energy. Spirit, I'm going to transition back. Spirit says, leading us all, kicking and screaming in a certain way up to this moment. And suddenly now we surrender. And we see ourselves, we see our evolution and our emergence into these set points. And we become acknowledging. Okay, we come into our acknowledgement of our deepest self. And that has to do with how we are connected with the spirit realm. And that does deepen your devotion. You're going to have moments of profound revelation this month because of the way the cards are here. Let's take a look at the human walk that goes along with this reading. Under the set point, elopement of your skill as a spirit being, having bonded your energy, becoming more deeply aware of all the things that I've already chattered about, I won't restate it. You come to this, brings this very sacred renewal of your devotion as Spirit saying, as the energy of awareness. Being able to touch the spirit realm that exists inside of your human form. Spirit wants to talk with you a lot about that because the next card, the first card on the human realm, is about sacred discussion. And again, we see a notation of yin and yang. I know you've seen this card if you've been following along. That is a card that indicates Merlin and his sister, and they were deeply devoted to each other. She built that sacred tower for him. There were many, many windows so that he could look out onto the land from any perspective and learn and grow and change and utilize the many, many windows. Let me toggle back to my happy face and I'll show you the card. Okay, there it is. Couple things. As you know, we just had the second full moon. The last day of January was an eclipse. And darn it all, I've been sick, so I wanted to do an eclipse reading. I might still do it. If you're one of the live stream subscribers and you'd like me to go forward with that, put a little message on the thread. Okay, I'm thinking about maybe doing it. This week, unfortunately, I'm going out of town. So I'm trying to figure out how to make that possible. So you see all the windows? All the new perspective. That's the message. The full moon has come. the lunar eclipse has come. Very powerful shift and change. I've read a couple of things in the news lately. As I use my egghead set point, I look at what is happening as these readings come out. I scan the news and I want to know, how do I see this reflected here on the earth? A couple of amazing things have come to me. So I just saw an article this morning about the shift and change in the gravitational waves through the series of eclipses, the Great Eclipse that came in 2017. It literally changed the energy here. It's not a surprise. It's giving us the knowledge that these things are real and they have an effect. So there you are, sitting aligned with the sacred feminine. Twice we see that notion here. It brings to you the renewal of your devotion because you become acutely aware, Spirit says, of the movement of the yin-yang energy inside your own being that brings us to a place of awareness into which we were meant to arrive. The flow of the sacred energy depicted in this illustration. And it is the connection with the sacred feminine that brings Merlin to his transition and his sacred destiny. It's a really beautiful notion. You are becoming aware of this on a physical basis, and it is moving you in a very acute way. So let me transition back. Look at the very next card. So the first card is about movement, the spirit theme, elopement of skill, new abilities, new awareness that carries you away into the arising of your spirit from your human set point into the sacred realm, and being able to connect there very firmly with the help of the cycles of the moon, because we are here incarnated into this realm. These are the things that help us. So Spirit is talking to me about, make sure you tell everybody those things do matter. Give them their due, Spirit says. And it clearly moves the energy forward. So the very next card, the card that indicates you in this reading, in the center point, Spirit's asking me to back up a little bit. Here we go. There you are, under the light of Spirit, moving deeper in to the sacred set point that you left off last month. It's bringing you a healing of your spirit destiny. Because you are here incarnate, it is about the renewal of your devotion to these notions and to yourself. And right away, we see that taking effect here in your human walk. It's in the spirit realm and it's on your human walk. And it literally carries you into the second major arcana card that has come out in the reading. That is the beautiful mover. It is about sacred feminine. We've talked about it a lot. I chattered all year last year. This year, we're going to talk a lot about the sacred masculine and the yin-yang. It is the journey that we're on this year, having woven the tapestry. So we know that these eclipses and these astrological events literally affect the way energy moves across the earth. There was another scientific journal notation that was very exciting to me. And I want to shout that out before we go forward in the reading, because I want you to think about it. It has now been proven by neuroscientists that the human brain literally emits energy, and our brains are energetically in touch with each other in every moment. All of that philosophical discussion that many of us have about the fact that we are all one and that we are joined, it is now known to be physically true. So all of the chatter about all of that last year, being prepared, weaving the tapestry of energy, Understanding that notion and actively taking part in that learning now has become uh, revealed. I love that unfolding just as the cusp of 2018 dawns and we step deeper as a collective, as a tapestry of energy. Now we can go forward because those things have been revealed to us. So the beautiful mover of energy, I know you know this card. I'm going to show it to you. It's again a notation of sacred feminine energy. It is the activation that this beautiful woman has. There's the sacred mother smiling down upon her. New growth is there. You see the leaves and the acorns? That is about new growth. It is her activation that causes the movement. She is the portal. She has choices. It is her set point that brings forward movement. So a lot of what Spirit's been chattering about today, well, for the last 3 or 4 days, 5 days maybe, that I've been trying to get the readings out, talking about the portal, the central focus on the feminine aspect. As a portal, we embody that. Those of us that are in female form, we reflect the activity of the sacred realm. Any soul that wants to incarnate must come through this form of energy. It's very quiet, it's very powerful. It is the way, Spirit is saying, right? And then, in reflection of that, in combination with that, it is the sacred, balanced, male active principle that causes the movement through the portal. So it's very interesting to me how this is coming out. Let's toggle back and look. The last card on the human realm is about a quest. Once again, a quest for knowledge, the active male principle. And again, we see the notation of the sacred bowl, out of which all knowledge comes. Being in connection with the spirit realm, to go deeper into this aspect of sacred knowledge in 2018, the topic is going to be about becoming acutely aware, being able to work with yourself as a spirit inhabiting your human shell in order to bring forward the destiny that we are meant to have. So all year, I expect, because what I'm being told is these readings from January and February, these are prophecies. And we've had a lot of prophecy cards come out. If you have some curiosity about that, I always tell people, go look at the other signs, the other earth signs. You're going to find some information there. And look at some of the other signs. Those people maybe that you resonate with. The people in your family. People's Spirit saying your community. Something amazing is unfolding yet again. Very deep. Very profound. Awareness of ourselves in a way that has not been possible before these moments. This is the quest for 2018. I think we're going to have a lot of training. We're going to have a lot of discussion. Each month, we're going to see another factor of how this quest unfolds. And I love the fact that it's beautiful, sacred male energy moving the desire and the devotion forward. Coming through the sacred portal. The feminine energy is here in balance with you. It's beautiful to see this and to see all the balances that has come out of the work that happened in 2017. Let's take a look at the bridge, Capricorn. That which enables you to walk across your human experience and connect it to what the destiny is on the spirit realm. It's quite beautiful. It is, again, a shamanistically led journey. Twice now, we see, well, actually more than twice in a certain way, we see the feminine energy displayed as a mysterious, mystical portal available to the sacred male for movement. pay close attention to the horizontal and the vertical line of cards and how the rows develop. And from the corners, the bottom corners, upward toward the opposite corner as we go through the reading. Look into these cards. You're going to be able to have some awareness of your own now, because I can't possibly make videos to cover all these topics. As I always say, it would be 6 hours long. So you're going to be able to join me now to understand things that are going to come through that are standing in these messages that I'm not going to have the time to speak to in depth. Let's take a look just for a moment at the top horizontal line of these cards. Right? This is the core of the message unfolding. There is an elopement. There is a joining. You are activating your engagement with the spirit realm through the joining into the yin-yang energy out of the journey that happened last year, represented by the sacred cauldron, into which we travel for healing. And supporting that journey is the beautiful Queen of Battle, a sacred shamaness of the mystical realm. She is very powerful. She is here to help you make the journey, to clear away obstacles, and to bring you a certain type of sacred vision in line with the mysterious. All that is hidden is about to be revealed. And that's the prophecy that's coming forward for all of the signs. Let's take a look at the spirit walk. I'm rushing through a little bit because I want you to see the cards and the flow of energy and the movement and the way Spirit is talking about the flow of energy, how it activates your particular movement. So here are the cards for the spirit realm. So just gaze into that for a moment. Spirit says, consider the source of the movement. Look at the very center vertical line from the bottom up. The purpose of this movement is to bring awareness. That is another major arcana. We have 3 major arcana cards standing together in the center of this reading, moving the energy forward through the sacred portal, represented by the beautiful woman and the mover of energy, opening the way for this journey through the portal to your soul awareness. It's a big job, Spirit says. That's why the shamaness is here. So shift your focus over to the left side vertical line. Again, Spirit talking about the energy that moves on the cycles of the moon are going to be very important again this year. The place in which you join your human nature with the sacred feminine in order to engage with the sacred flow of energy through the shamaness into the spirit side of your nature that is undergoing a great process of growth and renewal and bringing new life on the spirit realm. That card above the sacred Queen of Battle, the Morrigan, Queen Maeve, if you will, is the spinner of growth. It is also a major arcana card. We see that your energy is causing, Spirit says, like was coming early in the reading, causing shift and change because of your energy set point as a Capricorn, moving new growth into fruition, sending out the seeds because of the journey you're on. And I love that the representation of your being is that of a tree, honoring you, the earth element, the trees that respirate, the seeds that come through the cycle of the seasons. It is winter in the United States. We are going deep. It's the season for going really deep. And I love that this is being portrayed, a notification in a sense for me, that no matter where you are, this energy is coming into you from the spirit realm, because we see the elopement of skill on the far side of the center row of cards. Elopement and shift and change and energy coming through. Arising, if you will. So, in a sense, we see a notation of summer. Even in the deep days, this goes forward. You are the tree of your existence. Taking energy in from the spirit realm, processing that energy, and sending the seeds of new growth forward. It's very beautiful to me. Next to that, we have another major arcana card. That is the Balancer. It's a beautiful card. It's a lovely thing to see, again, in the center row. In the core, Spirit's talking to me about the cruciform, so I'll get to that. But the movement of energy through the four directions, through the four seasons, through the shift and change that has been your destiny, through which you came in 2017, into this moment of a very, I'm struggling with the human word. Spirit's talking about the form of energy as it exists now, with all the work that you did. It has changed the flow and the way energy flows, including your spirit self, here on the planet. So look at the relationship of the cards on the top row, the spirit realm, and the cards on the human walk, and how they relate to each other. The relationships that bring growth and change and movement. The Balancer is, of course, the Justice card in the traditional tarot. It's about equity and justice and receiving what is deserved, all those things, very definitely. It is also about bringing forward truth in a balanced way and integrity. This is about balancing the harmony that exists here in this plane of existence. That is the work that is being done by your spirit self in the spirit realm. Bringing forth new growth. Your movement on the human realm creates movement on the spirit realm. And new seeds, bringing balance. And I love the fact that, in a sense, it's a, Spirit saying, it's a visual representation of Libra, in a sense, balance. And when we look at the card on the human realm that is aligned with this in the center row, we see that this feminine aspect has two horses. Balance, new growth, movement in a balanced way, renewing your devotion to this form of change. And sitting next to the beautiful Balancer of harmony, who is also about movement, she opens the way for souls to move into their destiny with integrity. I love it, and I love that she is directly aligned with the beautiful renewer of devotion. Your destiny to become into that's interesting. Spirit saying to become. There is a moment of change that causes you to become what you are destined for. And in that moment, with all of this energy swirling, do you see all the swirling of the energy? It's very interesting to me. There's a lot of movement, and yet there's a lot of stillness. It's quiet. It's powerful, quiet change in these moments. And the last card on the spirit realm is the beautiful Judgment of Battle. The moment in which you get to sort of have a chance, an opportunity to observe and to assimilate all that has arisen. So Spirit's telling me to draw your attention to the far right hand vertical column and see the relationship of those cards. There's a lot of assimilation that is going on this month definitely in the spirit realm, you have come to this place, and there's a moment of understanding where you stand, the new place, and it's about victory. This is a young warrior who was doing battle with a force much greater than himself, and he was victorious. He was able to slay the hound. Hang on a second, I want to show you this. All right, so the judgment of battle. You see that beautiful Irish wolfhound? That's what that dog is. That dog had mystical powers. It was a creature that was part of the battle. It belonged to the king against whom this young man was doing battle with a formidable army. And he just has himself, right? The things that Capricorn's been through, we talked all about it last year at length. There you stand in your moment, coming through the shift and change that was required of you. And again, I love that Spirit's talking about shredded form, etc. And look at his garment. It is shredded. Tatters. That which is his exterior looks to be in tatters. And yet he stands very strong in his place. He's able to have a moment to assimilate. He needs rest. He needs to be able to just stand still and let all this movement swirl around him, because it is his destiny to assimilate that which has occurred, Spirit says. So this month, the deepening of your foundation, more elopement into the spirit realm, and it is the ability to see yourself as a spirit being and to connect the two dots, Spirit says. It's easy to be aware of ourselves in a certain way because we're in human form. So this is the focus. And yet there's something else going on. There's something on the inside that animates us. That is the moment that you are coming to assimilate. I love that this is the final card in the spirit realm. Spirit says, because that's what's true. As this event happens, just like a birth happens, the birth process starts, and in a certain way, you can't control it. It just goes forward. It has its own energy. And we see that displayed here. The energy is moving. We see depictions of movement on every row and every column of this reading. And you are standing in your place. If you look at the far right-hand row of cards, we see a gentleman, the male principal, standing in his place. On the human realm, it's about coming to a point of awareness of the amazing spirit connection. That's what it's about. Understanding out of, the place to which you have arrived, but out of the place from which you have arisen. And we see that in the very center of the card. We see it reflected on the human realm, and we see it reflected in the spirit realm. The active male principle coming to a moment of deep awareness about its set point, about its purpose, about the need to bond itself with the sacred feminine, because that is the portal that one has to be able to access in order to move the sacred male principle forward. So we have arisen into this awareness, Spirit says, and as you go forward, and let me show you the outcome card. You've seen this before, Capricorn. There it is. I love that this is the courtship of knowledge. So again, more chatter about knowledge, sacred knowledge of your set point as the active earth principle, a Capricorn, able to overcome great odds in its journey here on the earth and to align itself with the sacred realm in order to bring forth the growth, renewal, the elopement of your energy in a very mystical journey. And in this moment in February, again, it's, and it's coming through all the signs. There's not really a task to do. there is an awareness to move into, to solidify this foundation and your ability to understand that on a spiritual basis, you are here. You have arrived into this moment after all of your battles that we spoke about in 2017. I was deeply gratified to see this. And what I love is that the outcome card from January was the mystical dreamer of growth. And here's a depiction of the growth, the deepening of the growth. And that card, the dreamer of growth, is the star card. It is about being able to manifest and to see across the divide and to bring forward that which you desire. And here is the deepening of that process. It's profoundly beautiful to me, and I'm very much looking forward to each step in the path. Spirit's been talking about 12 steps. It took me a few minutes to understand what that was all about. I struggled with that notion. Let me show you the card. And finally, I realized Spirit was talking about 12 months, okay? Not 12-step programs. Maybe that's valid for some of us. But in this reading, it's about every month. There is going to be another piece, the bricks and mortar of this foundation that you've built, upon which the new house is rising. And we see the depiction, the elopement of skill, the ability to move forward. Next to the elopement of skill, we see the beautiful male principle again, in deep connection, offering gifts to the spiritual realm. Understanding the place in which you exist now, this new place. And so again, it's a courtship card about new knowledge, becoming a student again, having risen to this peak, if you will, right? And then once again, because of the awareness, because of the sudden knowledge that you gain, the way it elopes with you, you come to a new beginning again. So Spirit is deepening this message, talking to me a lot about foundation, about bricks and mortar, wanting me to give life to that notion for you, to help you understand this transition. And it takes a little bit of time. 2017 was intense, wasn't it? And the years prior, Spirit says, again, just continuing to acknowledge your journey, the difficulty of your journey. And, being told in the last couple of months, it's coming to a place of rebuilding. And again, we see it in the last card here on the spirit realm. There's the beautiful warrior in a youthful aspect, having been victorious, being able to slay the hound, and now in a place to just allow the mystical energy to swirl around you and to elope with you. Be able to stand in this place to assimilate all that has changed and all the destiny that is meant to go forward because of that. I love the way this is coming out for you. We looked at this last month. Spirit's asking me to remind you, all right? There you are, in your place, with the swirl of energy, awaiting your arrival. And Spirit's telling me, you've arrived, and now it's time to just stand there and assimilate all that has come before. And it's a lot for you, Capricorn, so it's going to take, you deserve to have a little bit of time in order to assimilate the place into which you had to travel to take this journey that was your destiny. And this month, more epiphany about the portal, about the feminine principle, about the active male principle, about how they join and what happens when they do, and how you as a spirit being travel to and from this life, and the fact that in this moment, in 2018, the next part of our spiritual destiny is unfolding. And for you, of course, in the very particular way that meets your need. And as Capricorn, it's a very active principle. That's why Spirit is talking about the active male principle. the way in which that energy weaves its way through your being, utilizing a relationship to the sacred feminine, which it must align itself with in order to strengthen and solidify the foundation for the movement of the shift and change and the growth and the renewal and the assimilation to occur in a very active way for the destiny to unfold. Capricorn, have a wonderful month of February. As always, thank you so much for all the beautiful messages, all the love and support and the kindness and, my goodness, the patience that you folks have with me while I'm on my journey. Transitioning in my own right. Most of you know I'm a fellow earth sign. So I see these cards come out. It speaks to me very deeply. So thank you so much for everything that you're doing, for your bravery and your dedication and your willingness and your strength to take these journeys. I'm very eager to, based on everything that's happened, I'm very eager to be with you on this journey through 2018. I'm going to leave you with the cards so that you have a moment to just gaze into them before the video stops. Any insight that comes to you, any moment of revelation, any, Spirit says, awareness of yourself and your movement, those thoughts will help all of us. Please, if you feel so inclined, put some messages on the thread about what you experience and keep a journal as you go through 2018 about your own journey, about how you feel the swirl of this energy in your life. And so, okay, so Spirit's saying how you feel the strength returning to your being. Okay, so there's so much coming through. Talking about the journey that you've had, about the destiny coming forward as we come closer into the place where you begin not just to reach your destiny in all the ways depicted here, but to build that which you are meant to bring forward. That's the foundation that's being, solidified, Spirit says, continuing this message about emergence and evolution and solidifying that as you stand in your place on this far right hand column of cards in connection with that outcome, guided by the beautiful Morrigan, the Queen of Battle. It's such a beautiful way to honor you, Capricorn. I'm very grateful for the way this has come out. So I will look forward to speaking with you again in March, to reading all the things that you experience and all the epiphanies that you have, because I think you're definitely going to have them. And, if destiny allows, I'll be here in a couple of weeks, because February is a short month. And we'll see what unfolds for March. Thanks so much, Cappy. Have a lovely, lovely couple of weeks.